Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking some seriously fascinating insights from our source material about the modern landscape of digital wealth. We're going to look at how people are totally bypassing traditional careers to build these massive incomes online. But, and this is the really important part, we're also going to examine what the source calls a hidden trap. It's a trap that threatens to literally wipe out all that success in just a matter of hours. So if you're out there, grinding, working hard to build up your savings, you absolutely need to hear this, because we're going to break down exactly why insurance is the ultimate shield that protects your savings from vanishing overnight. Okay, let's dive into this. Our source material grounds this whole conversation in a very real, honestly, very relatable story. There was this young guy living in Mukherjee Delhi, and he spent over 3 agonizing years just prepping for government job exams. He bounced from area to area, exam to exam, and kept missing the cutoff by just a tiny handful of marks. Finally, completely exhausted and frustrated, he asked, "Should I just go get an MCA degree? Will that finally get me a good job?" I mean, that perfectly captures the anxiety so many young people are feeling right now, doesn't it? They pour years into these traditional paths, and when things don't work out, the immediate instinct is just to buy another traditional degree, crossing their fingers that it's going to be the magic ticket. But here's the thing. Our source argues that instinct might actually be totally flawed. We are stepping into a 2026 reality, but people are out here still running strategies from 2009. Just think about the old path for a second. It tells you to get an MCA or an MBA, print out your resume, and just wander from office to office begging for a job, only to be told, "Hey, sorry, we don't have any openings." The new path? It acknowledges a simple, undeniable truth. People today spend 80 to 90% of their waking, non-working hours just staring at their mobile phones. Whether they want to travel, buy a t-shirt, or even find a new job, it all happens on a screen. So why on earth would you chase degrees that are completely disconnected from this mobile-first reality? We really need to align our skills with where human attention actually is. So what's the alternative? Well, our source highlights 5 specific, high-income digital skills that completely bypass the need for traditional degrees. We're talking about video editing, performance marketing, which is basically running ads where you can track every single sale and your exact return on investment, digital selling, mastering AI tools, and personal branding. These are the exact skills that let you generate a scalable, regular income, all from your laptop at home. Every single modern brand out there, whether they're pushing luxury watches, running shoes, or software, they literally need these skills to survive right now. And honestly, the demand is just massively outpacing the supply. Now, you might be wondering, how do I even start with any of that? Well, the progression is actually beautifully structured and super accessible. Let's take video editing as an example. Step 1, just pick one tool, maybe Premiere Pro or CapCut. Step 2, learn it completely for free on YouTube. Step 3, edit a few practice videos and drop them into a simple Google Drive folder. Boom, that is your portfolio. And then step 4, start cold pitching. Send DMs or emails to smaller content creators. You can start off charging, just 300 to 500 rupees a video. The goal here isn't to become a millionaire on day one, it's just to build the expertise. Because as you get faster and better, your income is naturally going to multiply. Think about this for a second. Think about the last pair of sneakers, or that t-shirt, or maybe the headphones you just bought. Chances are, you didn't buy them because you happened to drive past a massive billboard on the highway. No, you bought them because a crazy targeted ad popped up while you were scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, right? That right there is the immense power of performance marketing and digital selling. The modern consumer doesn't really want a salesperson talking at them in a store. The digital ad does all the talking, all the persuading, and all the closing for you without you ever having to speak a single word out loud. And sitting right at the absolute cutting edge of all these digital skills is artificial intelligence. Let's be real. AI is no longer the future. It is very much the present. We're seeing tech giants lay off thousands of people simply because one single AI tool can do the work of 100 employees now. But rather than panicking about this, you can actually capitalize on it by learning to set up simple AI automations. Things like WhatsApp autoresponders or email bots for clients. The source data shows you can pull in 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees per client setup. And the best part, you do not need a computer science background for this. You just need to spend a focused week on YouTube figuring out the tools. So the crucial point is this. Let's say you do it. You master the skills, you ditch the outdated degree, you build your personal brand, you run those campaigns, and you actually generate a fantastic digital wealth portfolio. You've grinded incredibly hard for 5, 10, maybe even 20 years to build up those savings. But is that money actually safe? This is the trap our source really wants us to understand. You could literally do everything perfectly right, but one single unforeseen bad day can completely bypass all that hard work and drain your savings dry.
Because here is the terrifying reality of modern healthcare costs. God forbid, you or someone you love gets into a severe accident or faces a major illness. Do you know what happens next? The second the doors of a premium hospital swing open, 5 to 6 lakhs can be drained almost instantly. Literally, before you even fully comprehend what the medical procedure is, your bill can skyrocket to 10 or 15 lakh rupees. And if you don't have a safety net in place, well, the hospital is going to take that money directly out of the very savings account you just spent the last decade building.
Now contrast that terrifying reality with this. 600 rupees. It is a sharp, almost unbelievable contrast, isn't it? For roughly 600 to 700 rupees a month, which is basically the cost of a couple of coffees or one fast food meal, you can buy massive financial leverage. This tiny micro cost is the monthly premium that stands right between your life savings and total financial ruin. That 600 bucks, that buys you health insurance. And we really need to stop thinking of it as an expense. It is a mandatory financial firewall. This is exactly why insurance protects your savings. By paying this tiny micro premium, you are transferring the massive, crippling risk of a hospital bill over to the insurance company. You are guaranteeing that your accumulated wealth remains completely untouched. And our source issues a really strict warning here too. Do not under any circumstances rely solely on those small 3 lakh or 5 lakh corporate policies your job gives you. The literal second you leave that job or get laid off, poof, the insurance vanishes. Plus, in today's world, a 5 lakh policy barely even scratches the surface of a major medical emergency. You absolutely need your own independent coverage. And the real strategic pro move here? Locking this in while you are young and healthy. When you're younger, insurance companies basically view you as a super low risk. So your premiums are significantly cheaper, and you get access to a way wider array of options. A lot of modern policies also include amazing features like comprehensive maternity coverage, which is just so much easier to secure early on, well before age or pre-existing conditions start driving those costs through the roof. But protecting your savings from a hospital bill is really only half the battle. You also have to think about protecting your family's future income. And that brings us to term insurance. Our source makes it clear that this is the absolute purest, most affordable form of life insurance out there. It's not some complicated investment scheme. It acts purely as a massive safety net. For just about another 700 rupees a month, you can secure a cover of over a crore. If the primary earner passes away, this ensures the family's basic survival isn't threatened. The EMIs get paid, the groceries are covered, and the kids' education costs are fully handled. The source also notes that getting these policies is literally easier than ever. You can just compare plans online through aggregators like Policy Bazaar, or you can sit down with a local agent. Actually, doing that comparison can often score you a solid 15 to 25% discount on your premiums. Honestly, the platform you use doesn't even matter that much. The important thing is just neutrally evaluating the plans that are out there and getting that coverage active immediately. And this brilliantly illustrates the core concept with a pretty great analogy from the source. Making money is kind of like making ketchup. The more tomatoes you throw in, the harder you work, the more ketchup you get, right? That's the digital grind. But if you leave that glass bottle totally unprotected on the edge of the table and it shatters on the floor, all that effort was for absolutely nothing. An unprotected grind means 10 years of sweat can be erased by one hospital visit. Protected wealth means taking a tiny, tiny fraction of your earnings, those micro premiums, to build an unbreakable shield around your savings, ensuring your stability for life. Which leaves us with a pretty vital question you need to ask yourself right now. Will your life's hard work survive a single bad day? You know the digital skills required to generate incredible wealth now, but it's entirely on you to make sure that wealth is actually protected. Please don't wait until those hospital doors swing open to finally understand the true value of insurance. Take action, build that safety net, and make sure your hard-earned money stays yours. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.